the atomic future. You know, we have just allowed ourselves to become dependent on other countries. That's outrageous. We have so much resource.
What are your emotions around this topic, Tonya? This, to me, this contest, which is a farce, a pantomime. I'm unable to invest it with any genuine importance. How do you feel contemplating yet another individual in number 10?
Well, as you said, it's completely farcical. These people were in government when they did what they've done to us. And we are in part because of the energy crisis. But really, we are here because of the way our government behaved during lockdown, which we know was a complete money waste. We paid all those billions of pounds to get people to stay home and not work. Now, if we hadn't have done that, if somebody had a pair of cojones in Downing Street with a little bit of common sense, we wouldn't be here now. And everyone's trying to wipe it under the carpet. So I want Liz to stand up and say, we did this to Britain, we did this by following lockdowns, following this Chinese template that we were never ever going to do. So we did this, so we have to pay for it. And they need to bring down the taxes on energy, on fuel, and they need to get rid of all the green rubbish that's going on and fix people now, because people are going to starve. Children are going to starve. Poverty kills, and they are making us poor. And I'm not political. I'm neither a Conservative or Labour. I have no affiliations with any political party, but I'm sick of them making a mess of the world we live in.
That's right, Keith, isn't it? Somebody, the number one job in the in-tray is really to stand on the steps of Downing Street and admit that this is a set of wounds, self-inflicted wounds, that someone has to take responsibility for, acknowledge how much was done wrong. And it's not about incompetence. This was about a set of tactics that were applied and followed for specific reasons to get people under control, to get people fearful, and someone has to stand up and take responsibility for that. Liz, Rishi, whoever.
Well, to a degree, I agree with you, but I don't think you can lay all the blame on the Conservative Party. We were in a situation that no one...
Sorry, I'm so loath to interrupt you.
Yeah,
May I just say that £360 million was spent by the Conservative government on scaring the British nation. That was just in the PR and the press.
That's quite something, isn't it?
If we had that money in a bucket now, we could be helping the poor with that. So you have to stand up and take the blame. Otherwise, we're never going to trust you, ever.
What do you say?
Can I talk now?
Yes.
Is that okay? Yes, there were mistakes made, of course, but that's because everybody in this room now has the benefit of hindsight.
Well, you said it from the beginning.
People were saying it in a time frame that's now measurable in years, that these consequences were going to be the consequences. And those people were shouted down, cancelled, silenced, ridiculed, and all the rest of it. It's not about mistakes made. There might have been mistakes made in the first couple of weeks, but they were pursued and prosecuted to the nth degree, and we've ended up where we are now. And someone somewhere should at least stand up and say, yes, that's what happened.
Well, I think what Liz needs to do is say, we are where we are, and we have to now grasp the nettle, and we have to get on, we have to move on, and we have to sort the problems that we face. But you know, the energy crisis, that isn't everything to do with the Conservative government. Yes, some decisions that weren't made 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago, we're reaping the rewards of that, such as our nuclear plans and so on. But at the end of the day, it is the war in Ukraine that's made this happen in the way that it has.
It's
Oh
not.
no, come on.
No, the disaster.
Come on, we've got world food shortages, we've got world energy shortages, and Germany has the same problem.
Wars going on.
Germany has the same.